Imagine a world where every challenge you face becomes a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Picture yourself standing firm in the face of adversity, unmoved by the chaos around you. This is the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has guided some of history's greatest minds, from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca, toward clarity, resilience, and purpose. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions and setbacks are constant, Stoicism offers timeless tools to help you achieve your goals with unshakable focus and calm. In this video, we'll explore 30 practical Stoic tips that can transform the way you approach challenges, setbacks, and success. These aren't just philosophical ideas, they're actionable strategies you can start applying today to take control of your life and move closer to your ambitions. So, if you're ready to stop letting external circumstances dictate your path and start building the life you truly want, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit of Stoic principles that can help you navigate any obstacle and stay on course toward your goals. Let's begin this journey together, because the life you dream of is within your control. Now, let's dive into the first Stoic tip, defining what's within your control. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the idea that we should focus our energy only on the things we can influence and let go of what we cannot. Think about it this way: you can't control the weather, but you can control how you prepare for it. Similarly, you can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. This principle teaches us to direct our efforts toward areas where we have real power, like our thoughts, actions, and decisions. For example, instead of stressing over whether you'll get a promotion, focus on doing your best work and improving your skills. This shift in perspective not only reduces stress but also sharpens your focus, allowing you to channel your energy more effectively. By defining what's within your control, you create a clearer path toward your goals, free from the distractions of things that are beyond your reach. This is where true progress begins. Now, let's explore the second Stoic tip, practicing negative visualization. This powerful exercise involves imagining the worst-case scenarios in your life, not to dwell on them, but to prepare for them mentally. At first, this might sound counterintuitive. Why would you focus on the negative? But the Stoics believed that by visualizing what could go wrong, you strengthen your resilience and cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for what you already have. For example, imagine losing your job or facing a serious illness. By mentally rehearsing these challenges, you reduce the shock and fear they might bring if they actually happened. At the same time, you'll likely find yourself appreciating your current stability and health more than ever. To incorporate this into your daily life, set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on a potential hardship. Ask yourself, how would I handle this? What steps could I take to overcome it? This practice not only prepares you for adversity, but also helps you approach life with a calm, grounded mindset. By embracing negative visualization, you build mental toughness and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Moving forward, let's dive into the third Stoic tip, embracing obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics believed that challenges are not setbacks but stepping stones for growth. Think of difficulties as a gym for your mind and character. They strengthen you in ways comfort and ease never could. For instance, facing a difficult project at work might feel overwhelming, but it's also a chance to develop problem-solving skills and resilience. Similarly, a setback in a personal goal, like missing a deadline or failing at a task, can teach you valuable lessons about planning and persistence. The key is to reframe how you view these obstacles. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger?" By shifting your perspective, you transform challenges into tools for personal development. Take the example of Marcus Aurelius, who faced immense challenges as a Roman emperor, yet used them as opportunities to practice patience, wisdom, and leadership. So the next time life throws a curveball, remember, it's not a roadblock. It's a chance to grow, adapt, and become the best version of yourself. Embracing obstacles as opportunities is a mindset shift that can profoundly change how you approach life's inevitable ups and downs. Now, let's turn our attention to the fourth Stoic tip, living in the present moment. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what's happening right now, rather than getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Think about it. How often do we waste mental energy on things we can't change or predict? The past is gone and the future is uncertain, but the present is where you have the power to act. This isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a practical tool for reducing stress and increasing clarity. One way to practice this is through mindfulness, a concept strongly aligned with Stoic thought. Start by taking a few moments each day to simply observe your surroundings and your thoughts without judgment. Notice the sensations of your breath, the sounds around you, or the feeling of your feet on the ground. When you find your mind drifting to past mistakes or future worries, gently guide it back to the present. Another Stoic-inspired technique is to remind yourself of the impermanence of everything. Whether it's a moment of joy or a moment of struggle, it will pass. By embracing this truth, you can fully experience and appreciate the present without clinging to it or fearing its end. Consider the words of Epictetus, who said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Living in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It means giving your full attention to what's in front of you right now. This practice can help you approach life with greater calm, focus, and intention, making it easier to achieve your goals while maintaining peace of mind. Now, let's explore the fifth Stoic tip, cultivating virtue above all else. The Stoics believed that the ultimate goal in life isn't wealth, fame, or power, but rather the pursuit of virtue. They identified four key virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is about seeking truth and understanding. Courage is the strength to face challenges with resilience. Justice involves treating others fairly and with kindness, and temperance is the ability to exercise self-control and moderation. When you prioritize these virtues, you shift your focus from external achievements to internal growth. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals or ambitions, but it means that your primary measure of success becomes how well you live in alignment with these virtues. For example, instead of chasing a promotion solely for the status or money, consider how your actions at work reflect wisdom, fairness, and integrity. By doing so, you'll find a deeper sense of fulfillment, one that isn't dependent on external validation or fleeting rewards. The Stoics taught that true happiness comes from within, and by cultivating virtue, you build a foundation of inner strength and peace that no external circumstance can take away. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be one." This simple yet powerful reminder encourages us to focus on our actions and character rather than external outcomes. When you prioritize virtue, you not only improve yourself but also contribute positively to the world around you, creating a life of meaning and purpose. Now, let's shift our focus to a principle that can transform how we approach our goals, detaching from external outcomes. The Stoics believed that while we can control our actions and efforts, we cannot control the results. Obsessing over outcomes often leads to frustration and disappointment when things don't go as planned. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our effort, dedication, and attitude. For example, imagine you're working on a project at work. You've put in countless hours, researched thoroughly, and given it your best shot. However, the final decision on whether it succeeds isn't entirely in your hands. If you focus only on the result, you might feel stressed or defeated if it doesn't go your way. But if you shift your mindset to valuing the effort you've put in and the skills you've developed along the way, you'll find a sense of fulfillment regardless of the outcome. This approach doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals. It means you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of external validation. By detaching from outcomes, you cultivate resilience and perseverance. You learn to keep moving forward even when faced with setbacks because your focus is on the process, not the prize. As Epictetus famously said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This mindset allows you to approach challenges with clarity and calm, knowing that your effort is what truly matters. When you detach from external outcomes, you not only reduce frustration, but also open yourself up to greater growth and long-term success. Now, let's explore a practice that can deepen your understanding of yourself and your path forward: daily reflection. Stoicism places great importance on self-awareness, and one of the most effective ways to cultivate this is through journaling. By taking a few minutes each day to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and progress, you create a powerful habit of introspection. Start by asking yourself simple yet meaningful questions such as, "What did I do well today?" Or, "Where could I have acted with more virtue?" This helps you identify areas for growth while reinforcing the positive choices you've made. Another helpful prompt is, "What challenges did I face and how did I respond to them?" This encourages you to evaluate your reactions and consider alternative, more stoic approaches in the future. Journaling also allows you to track your progress toward your goals. By regularly reviewing your journey, you can see how far you've come and adjust your efforts as needed. The key is to be honest and compassionate with yourself. Remember, this isn't about judgment, it's about learning and improving. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. By practicing daily reflection, you gain clarity, build self-discipline, and align your actions with your values. It's a small habit with profound effects, helping you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters as you pursue your goals. Moving forward, let's talk about a principle that can transform how you approach challenges: accepting what you cannot change. Stoicism teaches us that much of life is outside our control, and resisting this truth only leads to frustration and wasted energy. Instead, acceptance allows us to focus our mental resources on what we can influence, making us more effective and resilient. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. No matter how much you stress or complain, the traffic won't move faster. But if you accept the situation, you can use that time productively, perhaps by listening to an audiobook or reflecting on your goals. This simple shift in mindset frees you from unnecessary anxiety and keeps you grounded. Another example might be a project at work that gets cancelled despite your best efforts. While it's natural to feel disappointed, dwelling on it won't change the outcome. Instead, accepting it allows you to channel your energy into new opportunities or learn from the experience. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It's about recognizing reality so you can respond with clarity and purpose. By practicing this Stoic principle, you'll find yourself less burdened by external circumstances and more focused on meaningful, productive actions. This approach not only reduces stress but also empowers you to make the most of every situation, no matter how unpredictable life may seem. Now, let's shift our focus to another powerful Stoic principle: finding joy in the process rather than fixating on the outcome. Stoicism reminds us that while goals give us direction, it's the journey itself that shapes us and brings fulfillment. When we obsess over the end result, we often miss the lessons, growth, and small victories along the way. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to immerse ourselves fully in the process, appreciating each step as part of the larger experience. For instance, if you're working toward a fitness goal rather than solely focusing on the number on the scale, savor the energy and strength you gain with each workout. Celebrate the discipline it takes to show up consistently, even on days when motivation is low. Similarly, in your career, instead of fixating on that promotion or raise, focus on the skills you're building, the relationships you're nurturing, and the value you're adding every day. This mindset shift not only reduces the pressure of achieving specific outcomes, but also helps you stay resilient when challenges arise. To adopt this approach, try breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps and take pride in completing each one. Reflect on your progress regularly, noting how far you've come rather than how far you have left to go. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, because the art of living requires that we be ready to meet and withstand sudden and unexpected attacks." By embracing the process, you'll find that the journey itself becomes a source of strength, joy, and meaning, making the destination all the more rewarding when you arrive. This Stoic practice not only keeps you grounded but also transforms the way you pursue your goals, turning every step into an opportunity for growth and fulfillment. Moving forward, let's dive into the Stoic virtue of self-discipline, a cornerstone for achieving any meaningful goal. Stoicism teaches that self-control isn't about restricting yourself, but about mastering your impulses to align your actions with your values. Think of it as the inner strength that keeps you focused when distractions arise, ensuring you stay committed to your path. To cultivate this, start by setting clear intentions for your day. Each morning, take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you and what steps will bring you closer to your goals. This simple practice helps you prioritize and resist the lure of short-term gratification. Another effective strategy is to break your tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. When faced with a daunting goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and lose motivation. By focusing on one small step at a time, you build momentum and create a sense of accomplishment that fuels your discipline. Additionally, practice delaying gratification. For example, if you're tempted to scroll through social media instead of working, pause and remind yourself of the long-term rewards of staying on track. This Stoic approach teaches you to value effort over ease and progress over comfort. Finally, hold yourself accountable. Whether through journaling, setting reminders, or sharing your goals with a trusted friend, accountability keeps you honest and committed. As Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By developing self-discipline, you not only gain control over your actions, but also unlock the resilience and determination needed to achieve your goals. This principle transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, ensuring that every step forward is a testament to your inner strength. Now, let's turn our attention to a Stoic practice that can profoundly shift your perspective and fuel your motivation: practicing gratitude daily. Stoicism teaches us that gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling, but a powerful mindset that fosters contentment, resilience, and a deeper appreciation for life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can transform our outlook and stay grounded in the present moment. One simple exercise to cultivate gratitude is to start or end your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be grand or life-changing. It could be as small as a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or even the opportunity to work toward your goals. This practice helps you recognize the abundance already present in your life, even during challenging times. Another Stoic-inspired technique is to reflect on the temporary nature of things. For example, when you're enjoying a meal, take a moment to appreciate the effort that went into producing it, the hands that prepared it, and the fact that it won't always be there. This reflection deepens your gratitude by reminding you to cherish the present. Additionally, try to express gratitude openly. Whether it's thanking a colleague for their help or acknowledging someone's kindness, verbalizing your appreciation not only strengthens your relationships but also reinforces your own grateful mindset. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." By making gratitude a daily habit, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment that keeps you motivated, resilient, and focused on what truly matters. This practice is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, helping you find joy in the journey and peace in the process. Now, let's explore a Stoic principle that can transform how you approach success and self-worth, letting go of external validation. Stoicism teaches us that true fulfillment comes from within, not from the opinions or approval of others. When we rely on external validation, we give away our power to others, allowing their judgments to dictate our happiness and sense of worth. Instead, Stoics encourage us to find satisfaction in our own actions, values, and progress. One way to build this inner confidence is by regularly reflecting on your core values. Ask yourself, am I acting in alignment with what I believe to be right, regardless of what others think? This simple question helps you stay grounded in your principles and reduces the need for outside approval. Another powerful practice is to focus on effort rather than outcomes. When you pour your energy into doing your best, regardless of the results, you cultivate a sense of pride that isn't dependent on recognition or praise. Additionally, try to shift your mindset from seeking validation to seeking growth. Instead of asking, "Did I impress them?" ask, "Did I learn something new or improve in some way?" This shift redirects your focus to personal development, which is entirely within your control. Remember, as Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By detaching from external validation and embracing your own standards, you build a resilient, self-assured mindset that fuels intrinsic motivation and keeps you focused on what truly matters. This Stoic practice isn't just about ignoring others' opinions, it's about valuing your own journey and finding peace in your authenticity. Moving forward, let's embrace a Stoic mindset that views failure not as an ending but as a vital part of growth. Stoicism teaches us to see failure as a teacher, offering lessons that success often cannot provide. Instead of fearing mistakes, Stoics encourage us to analyze them, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones toward improvement. Consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most renowned Stoic philosophers. Despite facing immense challenges during his reign as Roman emperor, including wars, political turmoil, and personal losses, he consistently used these difficulties as opportunities for reflection and growth. His writings in Meditations reveal how he transformed setbacks into lessons on resilience, humility, and wisdom. Similarly, Epictetus, born into slavery, turned his hardships into a foundation for his philosophical teachings, emphasizing that our reactions to failure are far more important than the failure itself. To adopt this Stoic approach, start by reframing your perspective on failure. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience, rather than dwelling on disappointment? Journaling about your failures can help you identify patterns and areas for improvement. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth but a natural part of the journey toward success. As Seneca wisely noted, failure is not falling down but staying down. By treating failure as a teacher, you build resilience, gain wisdom, and develop the courage to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles. This mindset shift empowers you to turn every setback into a setup for future triumphs. Now, let's shift our focus to a Stoic principle that can transform how we approach our daily lives: simplification. Stoicism teaches us that by decluttering both our physical surroundings and our mental space, we can create clarity and focus on what truly matters. Think of it as removing unnecessary noise so that the signal of your purpose and goals becomes unmistakably clear. Start with your physical environment. Take a moment to assess your surroundings. Does everything you own serve a meaningful purpose? Stoics like Seneca advocated for living with less, not as a form of deprivation, but as a way to free ourselves from distractions and attachments that weigh us down. Begin by identifying items you no longer use or need, and consider donating or discarding them. This act not only clears physical space, but also reinforces the idea that material possessions do not define your worth. Next, address your mental clutter. Stoicism encourages us to let go of unnecessary worries, regrets, and desires that pull us away from the present moment. One practical way to do this is by practicing mindfulness. Each day, take a few minutes to pause and reflect on your thoughts. Are they aligned with your values and goals? If not, gently redirect your focus to what truly matters. Another effective technique is to limit exposure to excess information. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with news, social media, and endless to-do lists. Set boundaries by designating specific times for these activities, freeing up mental energy for more meaningful pursuits. By simplifying your life, you create space for growth, focus, and peace. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Embrace this Stoic wisdom and watch as your clarity and purpose become the foundation for achieving your goals. Moving forward, let's explore a Stoic idea that can profoundly shift how we approach our goals: impermanence. The Stoics practiced what's known as memento mori, or remembering our mortality. This might sound heavy at first, but it's not about dwelling on the end. Instead, it's about using the awareness of life's fleeting nature as a powerful motivator. When we truly understand that our time is limited, it becomes easier to focus on what's meaningful and let go of what isn't. Think about it. How often do we waste time on trivial distractions or postpone important actions because we feel like we have all the time in the world? Memento mori reminds us that we don't. It's a call to prioritize. Take a moment to reflect. If today were your last day, would you be satisfied with how you spent it? This isn't meant to create fear, but to inspire clarity and urgency. By embracing this mindset, we can cut through the noise and focus on the goals and relationships that truly matter. It's about living with intention, making each day count, and ensuring that our actions align with our values. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca famously said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Let this principle guide you to focus on what's truly important, creating a sense of purpose and drive that propels you toward your goals. Now, let's turn our attention to a Stoic principle that can free us from the relentless pursuit of more, being content with enough. The Stoics believed that true happiness doesn't come from accumulating wealth, status, or possessions, but from finding satisfaction in what we already have. This idea might feel counterintuitive in a world that constantly pushes us to strive for more, but it's a powerful antidote to the stress and dissatisfaction that often accompany endless ambition. Think about it. How much of our energy is spent chasing things we don't truly need, only to find that they don't bring us lasting fulfillment? Stoicism teaches us to focus on sufficiency rather than excess, to appreciate what's already present in our lives. This doesn't mean we should stop setting goals or improving ourselves. It means we should recognize when we've reached a point of enough and let that be enough. A practical way to apply this is to regularly reflect on what you're grateful for, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already possess. It's also helpful to set boundaries around your ambitions, asking yourself, will this truly add value to my life, or am I pursuing it out of habit or societal pressure? By embracing this mindset, you can break free from the cycle of endless striving and find peace in the present moment. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Let this wisdom guide you to cultivate contentment and live a life of sufficiency, where you're no longer chasing more but fully appreciating what you already have. Now, let's explore how Stoicism teaches us to practice empathy and compassion, not just as moral virtues but as tools for personal growth and goal achievement. While it might seem surprising, Stoicism, often associated with inner discipline and emotional resilience, also places great emphasis on understanding and kindness toward others. The Stoics believed that empathy helps us connect more deeply with the people around us, fostering relationships that support our journey toward our goals. Imagine a world where everyone approached challenges with a sense of understanding how much more collaborative and productive our efforts would be. practicing compassion allows us to see beyond our own struggles and recognize the shared humanity in others. This doesn't mean we should neglect our own needs or boundaries. Rather, it means we can approach conflicts and challenges with a mindset of mutual respect and care. A practical way to cultivate empathy is to actively listen when someone shares their experiences, trying to understand their perspective without judgment. Similarly, practicing compassion can be as simple as offering support to someone in need, even if it's just a kind word or gesture. These actions not only benefit others but also enrich our own lives, helping us build stronger connections and a sense of purpose. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." By embracing empathy and compassion, we create a ripple effect that enhances both our personal growth and our collective ability to achieve meaningful goals. So, the next time you're faced with a challenging situation or interaction, consider how kindness and understanding might open doors to new opportunities and deeper fulfillment. Now, let's shift our focus to a skill that's invaluable in both daily life and goal pursuit: staying calm under pressure. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and how we respond to them can make all the difference. Stoicism offers practical techniques to help maintain composure when the stakes are high. One of the most effective tools is controlled breathing. When stress hits, our breath often becomes shallow and rapid, signaling our body to stay in fight or flight mode. To counter this, try the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This simple practice can help reset your nervous system and bring a sense of calm. Another Stoic strategy is to remind yourself of the bigger picture. When faced with a stressful situation, ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? This perspective helps reduce the intensity of the moment and allows you to respond with clarity rather than reacting impulsively. Additionally, the Stoics practiced premeditation, imagining potential challenges ahead of time and envisioning how they'd handle them calmly. This mental rehearsal prepares you to face pressure with poise. Finally, remember the Stoic principle of focusing only on what you can control. Often, stress arises from trying to manage the uncontrollable. By letting go of what's beyond your influence and directing your energy toward actionable steps, you'll find it easier to stay composed. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By practicing these techniques, you'll not only navigate stressful situations more effectively, but also stay aligned with your goals, even when the pressure mounts. Now, let's explore a fundamental Stoic principle that can transform how you approach your goals: taking ownership of your actions. Stoicism teaches that true empowerment comes from accepting full responsibility for your choices, decisions, and behaviors. When you own your actions, you reclaim control over your life, steering it in the direction you desire. For instance, imagine you miss a deadline at work. Instead of blaming external factors like a heavy workload or unclear instructions, pause and reflect on what you could have done differently. Did you prioritize effectively? Could you have communicated better? By focusing on your role in the situation, you gain valuable insights and avoid the trap of feeling like a victim of circumstances. This mindset isn't about self-criticism, but about self-accountability. It's recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can always control how you respond. In daily life, this might look like admitting when you're wrong, apologizing sincerely, and committing to do better next time. Or it could mean setting clear boundaries and sticking to them, even when it's uncomfortable. The Stoics believed that taking ownership is a form of self-respect. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By embracing this philosophy, you'll not only make more intentional decisions, but also build the resilience and confidence needed to achieve your goals. Next, we'll look at another essential Stoic practice that can help you stay focused on your unique path: Now, let's turn our attention to a practice that can help you stay grounded and true to your own journey, avoiding comparison with others. Stoicism teaches us that measuring ourselves against others is not only unproductive but also detrimental to our growth. When we constantly compare our achievements, possessions, or circumstances with those of others, we risk falling into envy, frustration, or a sense of inadequacy. Instead, the Stoics encourage us to focus on our own progress and strive to be the best version of ourselves. Think about it this way: every person's path is unique, shaped by their experiences, talents, and challenges. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 will only leave you feeling stuck. To stay focused on your unique path, start by setting personal goals that align with your values and aspirations, not external benchmarks. Reflect regularly on your progress, celebrating small wins and learning from setbacks. Practice gratitude for what you have rather than fixating on what you lack. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By shifting your attention inward and cultivating self-awareness, you'll free yourself from the unnecessary burden of comparison and find greater fulfillment in your own journey. Next, we'll explore another Stoic virtue that can help you stay humble and committed to continuous growth. Moving forward, let's delve into the Stoic virtue of humility and its profound impact on personal growth and goal achievement. Humility in Stoicism is not about diminishing yourself, but about recognizing your limitations and remaining open to learning. It's about understanding that no matter how much you achieve, there's always room to grow and improve. When you approach your goals with humility, you're less likely to become complacent or ego-driven, and more likely to stay curious and adaptable. One way to cultivate humility is to regularly remind yourself of the vastness of knowledge and experience that exists beyond your own. Acknowledge that even the most accomplished individuals have areas where they can learn and grow. Another practice is to actively seek feedback from others, even when it's uncomfortable. Listening to constructive criticism with an open mind can help you identify blind spots and refine your approach. Additionally, celebrate the achievements of others without jealousy, understanding that their success doesn't diminish your own. By embracing humility, you create a mindset that's focused on progress rather than perfection, allowing you to approach your goals with both ambition and grace. As you continue your journey, remember that humility is not a weakness but a strength that keeps you grounded and ever evolving. Next, we'll explore how prioritizing wisdom over fleeting pleasures can further support your pursuit of meaningful goals. Now, let's shift our focus to a Stoic principle that can fundamentally transform how we approach our goals: the pursuit of wisdom over fleeting pleasures. In Stoicism, wisdom is not just about knowledge, but about making choices that align with your long-term well-being and purpose. While short-term gratification might offer immediate satisfaction, it often comes at the cost of derailing your progress. Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from prioritizing what is meaningful over what is merely pleasurable. For example, instead of spending hours scrolling through social media, you could use that time to read a book or learn a new skill that contributes to your goals. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life's simple pleasures, but it does mean being intentional about how you spend your time and energy. When you focus on wisdom, you're more likely to make decisions that build a solid foundation for your future rather than chasing temporary highs. Think of it like planting a tree. The effort you put in today may not yield immediate results, but over time it grows into something strong and enduring. By choosing wisdom over pleasure, you cultivate a mindset that values progress over instant gratification, enabling you to stay committed to your goals even when distractions arise. This approach not only strengthens your resolve, but also helps you achieve a deeper sense of satisfaction, knowing that your actions are aligned with what truly matters. As we continue, we'll explore how adaptability in the face of change can further enhance your ability to stay on track toward your aspirations. Moving forward, let's explore one of the most empowering Stoic principles, embracing change as an inevitable part of life. The Stoics believed that change is not something to fear or resist, but an opportunity to grow and adapt. Life is inherently unpredictable, and clinging to how things should be often leads to frustration and disappointment. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to accept change as a natural rhythm of existence, much like the changing seasons. When unexpected challenges arise, our ability to remain flexible and resilient becomes our greatest strength. One practical way to cultivate this mindset is by practicing what the Stoics called amor fati, or the love of fate. This means not just accepting what happens, but actively finding value and meaning in every situation, even when it feels difficult. For example, if a project doesn't go as planned, instead of dwelling on the setback, ask yourself what you can learn from it and how it might open new doors. Another strategy is to regularly remind yourself of the impermanence of all things. By acknowledging that nothing lasts forever, you can approach change with a sense of calm and curiosity rather than resistance. Think of it like riding a wave. You can't control the ocean, but you can learn to adjust your balance and move with the current. This adaptability not only helps you navigate life's uncertainties, but also empowers you to stay focused on your goals even when the path shifts. As we shift our focus to the next tip, we'll explore how identifying what truly matters can help you maintain clarity and purpose in the midst of change. Turning our attention to the heart of Stoic wisdom, let's delve into the importance of focusing on what truly matters. Life is filled with countless distractions, from social media to endless to-do lists, and it's easy to lose sight of what's essential. Stoicism teaches us to cut through the noise by identifying what aligns with our core values. Start by asking yourself, what do I genuinely care about? What brings me lasting fulfillment? When you're clear on your values, you can prioritize your time and energy on actions that reflect them. One practical technique is to create a daily checklist of tasks that directly contribute to your goals, ensuring that each step moves you closer to what matters most. Another approach is to practice the Stoic exercise of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils, where you imagine losing everything that distracts you. This thought experiment helps you realize what's truly indispensable in your life. For instance, if you envision losing your job or possessions, you might discover that relationships and personal growth hold far greater importance. Additionally, set boundaries to protect your focus. Limit time on activities that drain your energy without adding value, and consciously redirect your attention to meaningful pursuits. Remember, it's not about doing more but doing what matters. By aligning your actions with your values, you'll find clarity, purpose, and the resilience to stay on track, even when distractions arise. As we move forward, we'll explore how practicing patience can further strengthen your ability to achieve long-term goals without losing sight of what's truly important. Now, let's turn our attention to a virtue that often feels in short supply in our fast-paced world: patience. In Stoicism, patience is not just about waiting, it's about maintaining a calm and steady mindset, even when progress seems slow or obstacles appear overwhelming. The Stoics believed that true growth and mastery come from enduring the process, not just rushing to the finish line. Think of patience as a muscle you can strengthen over time. For instance, if you're working toward a long-term goal, it's easy to feel frustrated when results don't come immediately. But instead of focusing on the end, try shifting your attention to the daily effort and the small wins along the way. This shift in perspective can help you stay motivated and grounded. One practical way to cultivate patience is to remind yourself of the natural rhythm of things. Just as a tree doesn't grow overnight, meaningful achievements take time. Another Stoic technique is to embrace delays as opportunities for reflection and preparation. When you encounter setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this time to improve? Additionally, practice mindfulness to stay present and avoid the temptation to constantly rush ahead. Simple breathing exercises or a few moments of quiet reflection each day can help you build the mental space needed to remain patient. Remember, the journey toward your goals is just as important as the destination. By embracing patience, you not only increase your chances of success, but also find greater satisfaction and peace along the way. Next, we'll explore how surrounding yourself with a strong support system can further enhance your ability to stay focused and resilient in the pursuit of your goals. Moving forward, let's explore the importance of building a strong support system, a cornerstone of Stoic practice. Stoicism teaches us that while personal responsibility is key, we are not meant to navigate life's challenges entirely alone. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share your values can provide encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Think of your support system as a team that helps you stay focused and resilient, especially when obstacles arise. One practical step is to identify people in your life who inspire and uplift you, whether it's friends, family, or mentors. Seek out those who embody the Stoic virtues you admire, such as wisdom, courage, and integrity. Engaging in meaningful conversations with them can reinforce your own commitment to growth. Additionally, consider joining communities or groups that align with your goals and interests, whether online or in person. These spaces can offer valuable insights, shared experiences, and mutual encouragement. Another Stoic approach is to actively contribute to your support system by offering help and encouragement to others. Building strong relationships is a two-way street, and your efforts to support others can deepen these connections and create a positive feedback loop. Remember, a strong support system isn't about having a large circle. It's about cultivating quality relationships with people who genuinely care about your growth. By surrounding yourself with a community that aligns with your values, you'll find it easier to stay motivated, focused, and resilient on your journey toward achieving your goals. Next, we'll look at how consistent action plays a vital role in turning your aspirations into reality. Now, let's turn our attention to the power of consistent action, a principle deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us that achieving meaningful goals isn't about grand, one-time efforts, but rather the steady, disciplined application of effort over time. Picture a river carving its way through stone. It's not the force of a single moment, but the persistent flow that creates lasting change. This same principle applies to our personal growth and goal achievement. One effective strategy is to break your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. By focusing on what you can do today, you avoid feeling overwhelmed and build momentum through incremental progress. Another key Stoic practice is to cultivate a daily routine that aligns with your aspirations. Whether it's dedicating time each morning to reflection, exercise, or skill development, consistency in your habits ensures that you're steadily moving forward. It's also important to manage distractions and stay committed to your priorities. The Stoics remind us that discipline is a form of self-respect. It's about honoring your commitments to yourself and your goals. Additionally, celebrate small victories along the way. Recognizing your progress, no matter how minor it may seem, reinforces your motivation and strengthens your resolve. Finally, remember that consistency doesn't mean perfection. There will be days when you falter or feel unmotivated, and that's okay. The Stoic approach is to accept these moments as part of the journey and recommit to your efforts without self-judgment. By embracing consistent action, you'll find that even the most ambitious goals become attainable through patience, perseverance, and steady effort. Up next, we'll explore the importance of reflecting on your progress and how it can further guide your journey toward success. Moving forward, let's dive into the practice of reflecting on your progress, a vital Stoic tool for self-improvement and goal achievement. Reflection allows you to step back and assess where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go. The Stoics believed that without regular self-assessment, we risk drifting off course or repeating the same mistakes. One effective Stoic technique is evening journaling, a habit embraced by figures like Marcus Aurelius. At the end of each day, take a few moments to write down what went well, what challenges you faced, and what lessons you learned. This simple practice helps you identify patterns in your behavior, celebrate your growth, and pinpoint areas for improvement. Another Stoic approach is to set aside time weekly or monthly for a more in-depth review of your goals. Ask yourself questions like, am I aligning my actions with my values? Or, what obstacles have I encountered and how can I approach them differently? This intentional pause allows you to adjust your strategies and stay focused on what truly matters. It's also important to reflect on setbacks without judgment. The Stoics remind us that failure is not the opposite of success but a stepping stone toward it. By analyzing what didn't work, you gain valuable insights that can guide your future efforts. Additionally, consider sharing your reflections with a trusted friend or mentor. Their perspective can offer new insights and keep you accountable. Finally, use your reflections to set actionable intentions for the days ahead. What small steps can you take to move closer to your goals? How can you better embody Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance? By regularly reflecting on your progress, you'll stay aligned with your purpose, learn from your experiences, and continue growing with clarity and confidence. Up next, we'll explore how staying true to your values can further guide your journey toward success. Now, let's take a closer look at the importance of remaining true to your values, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that living in alignment with your core principles is essential for achieving lasting fulfillment and success. When your actions reflect what truly matters to you, you build a life of integrity and purpose. Begin by identifying your core values, those principles that guide your decisions and shape your character. Are you driven by honesty, compassion, resilience, or creativity? Once you've pinpointed these values, use them as a compass in your daily life. For example, if one of your values is courage, you might take on challenges that push you out of your comfort zone, even when it feels intimidating. If kindness is a priority, you could look for ways to support others, even in small, meaningful ways. The Stoics remind us that external success, wealth, status, or recognition means little if it comes at the expense of your values. Stay mindful of moments when external pressures or distractions might pull you away from what truly matters. Ask yourself, does this decision align with the person I want to be? By consistently returning to your values, you'll make choices that not only advance your goals but also strengthen your sense of self. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius, who, despite his role as emperor, remained committed to virtues like justice and humility. His writings reveal a man deeply focused on staying true to his principles, even in the face of immense power and responsibility. This alignment between action and values not only guided his leadership but also brought him inner peace. Practicing authenticity in your goal pursuit also means being honest about your strengths and limitations. The Stoics encourage self-awareness as a tool for growth. Recognize where you excel and where you need improvement, and let your values guide your efforts to become better. Finally, remember that staying true to your values isn't about perfection but about consistency. There will be moments when you falter or face difficult choices, but the Stoic approach is to learn from these experiences and recommit to your principles. By aligning your actions with your values, you'll not only achieve your goals but also cultivate a life of meaning and integrity. Next, we'll wrap up our exploration of Stoic principles with a final tip that ties everything together. As we bring our journey through these 30 Stoic tips to a close, it's clear that Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a practical toolkit for achieving your goals and living a life of purpose. From focusing on what's within your control to embracing obstacles as opportunities, each tip builds on the others to create a powerful framework for success. By practicing gratitude, staying true to your values, and detaching from external outcomes, you learn to navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. The Stoics remind us that the path to fulfillment isn't about avoiding hardship, but about growing through it. These principles, when applied consistently, can transform not only how you pursue your goals, but also how you experience life itself. Now, it's your turn to take these timeless lessons and make them your own. Start small, choose 1 or 2 tips that resonate with you, and begin incorporating them into your daily routine. Over time, you'll see how these practices shape your mindset, strengthen your resolve, and bring you closer to the life you envision. If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who could use a little Stoic wisdom in their life. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more insights to help you grow. Remember, the journey toward your goals is as important as the destination. So take these Stoic principles, apply them with intention, and let them guide you toward a life of meaning, resilience, and success. Thank you for watching, and here's to your journey ahead.